So I'm asking today for accountability. Do you have hot water? Do you have a bed and the bedroom you're used to?
It was the poorest response to citizens and elected officials trying to reach them of any storm I've ever seen.
Right now at 5, Texas Public Utility Commissioners got an earful from lawmakers and electric customers. Dozens showed up to the first PUC meeting in Houston in 20 years. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bill Barajas. Commissioners said they wanted to hear from people in our area about how CenterPoint Energy responded to major recent storms. Investigator Amy Davis was there for the 7-hour-long meeting on the north side.
More than 50 people signed up to speak here before the Public Utility Commission today, before the meeting started at 9 a.m. But by the time the commission got to them some 3 hours later, about 30% of those people had left. Those that did stay had a very clear message.
We don't mind paying more if we're going to get better service.
And it is unforgivable that this is the best Texas has to offer in resiliency.
These words from ratepayers come as the PUC decides whether it will allow CenterPoint Energy to walk away from a rate review where it's accused of overcharging customers more than $100 million a year.
If the first thing that you do is again rule for CenterPoint over ratepayers and other local governments here in Greater Houston, you are proving this board isn't that watchdog that we need you to be.
We know there's a lot more that we need to do for our communities, but these efforts started a few years ago when I joined the company, and we started to double the level of investment that we had historically made in our Houston electric operations.
If you were not able to attend today's meeting, but you'd still like to send a message to the PUC about your experience with CenterPoint, there is a form on clicktohouston.com where you can do that in this story. Next step is we're following up with the PUC to find out if they will allow CenterPoint to withdraw their rate review and postpone it until next June. We will stay on top of that and let you know what happens. I'm Amy Davis, KPRC 2 News.
During that meeting, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick brought up KPRC2's exclusive interview with CenterPoint CEO Jason Wells earlier this week. He questioned the CEO's response to our question about the utility overcharging customers to the tune of $100 million a year. Our Gage Golding interviewed Wells on Thursday. He's joining us now with more on the Lieutenant Governor's line of questioning. Gage?
Yeah, Bill, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick questioning CenterPoint CEO on several fronts, but beginning with the question I started my interview with. It comes down to allegations that the utility has been overcharging customers. Here's the Lieutenant Governor's question and the answer I received from CEO Jason Wells on Thursday.
I want to start with something, and let me pull it up on my phone here, of an interview I saw this week with Jason Wells, this current CEO, former CFO, CEO of CenterPoint, and Channel 2. And the reporter asked Jason off the top.
These allegations from the city of Houston and 40 other communities that CenterPoint Energy has been overcharging customers to the tune of about $100 million a year. Is that happening? What's your response?
You know, we want to work with all of our stakeholders on what is a fair rate for our service. I don't think that we're overcharging our customers $100 million.
No, this is the CEO and the former CFO of CenterPoint. You don't know if you've been overcharging the customers $100 million? When someone says, I don't think we've been overcharging, well, does that mean we may have been overcharging 20 million or 50 million? But I don't really know. I don't think we've been doing this.
The Lieutenant Governor giving his thoughts on the CEO's answer right there. Lieutenant Governor Patrick also badgering CenterPoint leadership on withdrawing their rate increase case. You heard Amy talk about it there. The Lieutenant Governor calling on the Public Utilities Commission to actually review that case, hoping the PUC will actually lower the rate, not increase it. That would save customers money.